Scratch is a free programming tool you can use to make anything you want basically. So last time I made a dinosaur dance party where you can like make a dinosaur or some objects dance. And today I'm going to make a cat flying game which you can use to make a certain cat, the cat flying sprite move and collect objects. So we can, here's our goal today: make it fly with the arrow keys up, down, left, and right. The second step is to like basically keep track of score and make it collect an object. Let's get started. So on the toolbar, on the search bar of your screen, type scratch.mit.edu. Like if you now see, okay, I'm signed into Scratch, okay, so I can share my projects. If you want to see all of them, the link will be in the description below. Like the project will be in the description below. So when you type scratch.mit.edu, press enter on your keyboard. I already have it open, so I'll just open it. And you can see this home page, like for people who did not open it like ready, just press enter on your keyboard and you can see this home page, right? Like you may think, why is it not matching mine? Well, that's because I'm logged into Scratch right here, but you guys aren't. So basically, yeah, that's basically why you don't have this type of homepage. So I recommend you to join into Scratch because otherwise then you'll get more new features like the backpack or whatever. So now let's come to the create option on the top. Now it will show create project, loading sprites and all. And now you can see this homepage, right? So now let's delete this sprite because we don't need it for this thing. And now let's come to the choose a sprite tab and click choose. And you can choose any sprite you want, go down or anything. But I'll pick the cat flying. I'll drag it here. Now I've already done this thing, so I you don't have this because you haven't done it. So I already saved a piece of code in my backpack. So I'll take out the code and place it here. So now you can copy this code. When green flag clicked, go to x -163 and y 102. The next step is let's make it switch its costume all the time when it's starting the thing. Speaking of costume, let's make a new costume for this thing. I'll come to the costumes tab. I'll delete this costume because we really don't need it. And I'll add a new costume. Paint, zoom in a bit. Let's use the text and write a text called U exclamation mark. And now let's snap it onto the center of what to say, paint canvas. So now you can just see I changed the costume. Now let's come to the code tab and let's always make it switch costume to cat flying game. And next step is let's make it say something. Let's make it say uh, time to fly for 2 seconds. And now let's make it start a song, a forever loop, and let's make a play sound block. Let's come to the sounds tab, choose sound. There are many sounds, but I'm gonna pick there are many sounds. Now this is since you can't hear my like computer voice, I'll just not use a sound for this. But so you can just add a play sound block to make it start a sound when you click the green flag. So now add a new code called. Now let's use events basically pressed in the events category, and then change x by 10 and change it to um, right up. Let's duplicate this block. Click for mouse, and then just use your both your hands and press it on the trackpad if you're using a trackpad. Now change it to left arrow by -10. And now let's duplicate this code again. When up arrow pressed, change y by 10. Delete this change x block and change y by 10. Duplicate when down arrow key pressed, change y by -10. Now add another code. Let's add another one green flag clicked block. And yeah, then then let's make a new variable that keeps track of probably a certain probably certain scope in a game, like how many bytes we collect. So let's add a new variable in the variables category. I'll delete the my name variable, and let's make a new variable called high score, and let's make it for all sprites only. Sorry, high score. Okay. So now let's make it for all sprites, and now let's make it set high score to 0, and then let's make a forever loop. Let's drag out a forever loop, and let's make a let's add a new sprite to go past. I'll pick the buildings. Let's drag them here. I got carried away with all the coding that I almost forgot about all the sprites we need. Now let's add some scenery. I'll pick the clouds. I don't want this cloud because it does not look very realistic. I'll pick another cloud. Probably I'll pick clouds. Clouds. Yeah. And I'll drag them down here. Now let's continue coding. No, sorry. I need to add a sprite that we can go and grab, like we can touch, and then basically we get a new sprite. I'll get the heart. Let's change it in size to heart and drag it here. So now let's add a if block. If touching the heart, then what we want it to do. Let's make it change how many, no, change high score by 1 and wait 1 second. And now we have the score. So now let's code the buildings. Yeah, so now let's come to our building score. I'll add a when green flag block. Forever. Let's set its X to, now we want this building to keep coming so that it's always coming and it's not stopping. That's the reason we're adding a forever loop. Let's set X to, let's put a number like 250, and then let's add a repeat loop. I'll add 100. Let's make it change X by 10. I'll rename it into 15. -15. And now it'll, did you see that? Yeah. So it like move a lot. We can go to the forever loop and probably, I don't know. See, the reason it's not coming is because, okay, so the reason why this is not coming is because we do not put it to 100, this repeat loop, but rather put it to 50 and change x by -10. Now see if it makes any difference. Now see, it keeps coming. So that's basically how you can make a building move all the time. Yeah. And now let's code the clouds. Now for the clouds, it's basically just the same code. So was signed in. You can just basically drag this code into the backpack, and I'll do that. But for people who are not signed in, you can just drag the code to the clouds, and the cloud gets the same code. And basically, that's just the same code again. So now let's just change this to -5. Again, -5. And now you have the clouds thing. So now I forgot to add something to the chat. So now let's add another when green flag clicked block ever, and then let's add a if let's make it like broadcast because yeah, let's make it change show that thing we did, that costume we made earlier, right? So let's add if the high score is greater than 5. Let's make it show its next costume and stop all of the sprites, stop all of the movement. And now we have that's the code for the cat. So now let's come to the clouds, the heart. Now let's code the heart. So now let's code the heart. Let's add a wandering click block. Let's make it go to a random position so that we can make it touch. And then let's make it change its x position by 250 to 50 and make it repeat times, change its x by 15, 15. And now I forgot to add a backdrop, so sorry. I'll choose the blue sky too. And now that's basically what I wanted to show you today. So let's just give it a test. Control it with the arrow keys, and the things are going somewhere. Yeah, even though it's like stuck in the corner, it doesn't really have to be that perfect, you know. Like there are a little bit of animation mistakes, like see, because my high score is 6 now, it's showing me you win. So let's change, instead of 16, let's make it scene. I'll change its x bar. You know, the mistake was I made it set to 15. It should be -15. Let's see now. The final results. Sorry, there's a lot of thunder here, so that's why there's a lot of noise. And now, did you see that? Now, that's basically what I wanted to show you today. So if you want to add anything else, it's all in the tutorials page. So you can just open the tutorial, and there's this thing called make it fly. And there's this green arrow that you can use, and you can see. Hope you enjoyed today's video. I'll see you next time.